Congratulate Mississippi State. They came in and played a terrific game. Coach Holland, they just did a great job. We found out Malik Newman was going to be scratched with some sort of injury before the game, and I don't know if that made us relax a little bit more. I thought we were the favorites to win the game, but we didn't have our best game, and Mississippi State had a lot to do with that. We weren't as sharp as we've been on both ends of the floor, and we weren't as consistent as we've been in certain situations. But let's tip our hats to Mississippi State. It's not always about necessarily what we did wrong, even though we had some malfunctions, but they had a lot of energy, and we didn't have the type of energy that we normally have in games recently. Retin was a stud tonight in so many ways, playing defense on a lot of different guys, and still trying to carry us offensively, because some of the guys that normally can help us get double figures just didn't have it tonight. I got to do a better job of making sure some of our guys that score for us get more shots and distribute the shot attempts across the board. So we'll go back and look at all those situations and get ready for our next game.
Thank you, Coach. Go ahead, take questions for Retin. Let's start over here on the left with Alex.
What's it like out there? When you usually, especially during the streak, y'all have been pretty even-handed scoring, a lot of 2 and 3 players with double digits, and when other guys just aren't feeling it tonight. What was it like out there?
Just like any other basketball game, really. We like to look at the game being a game of runs. So, you're gonna have good moments, you're gonna have bad moments. But just like I said, you just gotta find ways to impact the game. Whether that be scoring, rebounding, steals, assists, or whatever it is, you gotta find ways to impact the game. And I think that's something we didn't really do today. But at the same time, give Mississippi State credit. They came in, made it a tough game for us, so we'll go back, watch film, and just learn from it.
Let's go on the right side, let's go to Matt.
Right, once you guys started to get hot in the second half, obviously you cut it down to 5 to 3 to 1, and then from there it seemed like each time you guys got close that they had a big shot at the other end. Did it feel like that to you at all? That each time you guys started to get on and run a little bit that they had an answer? Yeah,
just like I said, you got to give them credit. They made big shots at big time moments. So, same thing. It's a game of runs, and every time we get on the run, they would answer. Yeah, we just got to do a better job defensively, recognizing the shooters. There were times that their shooters got away from us, and there were other players for their team that stepped up. So, again, we just got to look at the film, draw out the lessons that we can, and just keep going, keep getting better.
Any other questions for Retin? All right, thanks, Retin. Go ahead, take questions for Coach Johnson. Start with Cecil here.
I have 2. First, over the course of an 18-game conference schedule, is it difficult to be at the same emotional energy level night in, night out? Because you come off a stretch where you won at Florida, you won at LSU, very emotional games. Is it hard to sustain that sometimes?
The Golden State Warriors lost by what? I think it was 37 points to Portland. And they're the best team in the world, right? So people talking about them breaking the Bulls record. Now they unbelievable. They are a championship team. They're a perennial playoff team. So for us, we're a team that's still searching in some ways for a high level of consistency for an entire SEC conference schedule. We're not there yet. And like I said, I didn't like the way our team, I didn't like the energy in the locker room before the game. We had a different type of energy before LSU in Florida. And it's kind of hard because you guys are not in the locker room. Just trust me on it. But I think, again, more than anything, we're not some high-powered team that can just walk out there on the floor and just play one pass, score, just think we're going to lock up somebody defensively without getting any help. We're not that kind of a team. We're not world champions. We are a team that on every possession, there's got to be 5, 6, 7 things that go right for us to be successful on offense or defense. And we just took a lot of shortcuts tonight. And, I got to do a better job of motivating our team in situations like this.
And you alluded earlier, Riley gets no shots off. I think Justin's 0 for 2. If those complimentary guys aren't getting points, is it hard to get enough offense?
Yeah, and I think part of it is when you're open, shoot. I don't like when we pump fake when we're open. So we got to do a better job that when one of our guys creates a shot for their teammate, they have to take the shot without any hesitation. We shot, I think we attempted 33 threes at LSU. We attempted 21 tonight. This number should have been 30.
Let's go to left, Alex.
I wanted to ask you, you had, I counted at least 2, like 5 minutes of scoring droughts when just nothing was going your way. How do you kind of manage those situations, and how did you feel kind of you managed those tonight?
Yeah, and I just think also there was decisions. We had some situations where we just didn't take care of the ball. I mean, we down by 1, we get a turnover on the sideline, and we don't even have a chance to shoot the basketball. They got, I think, 19 points off our turnovers. So that's been problematic for us all year. We didn't shoot the free throw well tonight. We missed a couple of front ends of 1-and-1s, and we shoot 50% from the free throw line. But let's give them credit. They were the hungrier team tonight. I would say since I've been here, it's not many games where I can say that our opposing team was hungrier than us. All right? Talent, whatever you want to talk about, that's different. But we just didn't have that same zip in our step and pep in our step today.
Let's go to Stan on the left.
Coach, on that same level, with winning streak, there's been increased talk about bracketology and NCAA tournament hopes and all that kind of thing. Do you think that has created a lot of distraction or maybe some more pressure for the
Well, I think that, I hope it doesn't create it anymore. Because we've been good at focusing on single games and not getting ahead of ourselves. When we were on the outside looking in, we have a certain focus. When people talking about we've supposedly already arrived, that's a problem for us. So hopefully now all that talking be behind us. We got a few games left in conference play, but at the same time, the biggest one is on Tuesday, where the fortunate thing about Tuesday, we will be an overwhelming underdog. Hopefully, like 100-point underdog. Okay? So I can get back to seeing the team and the focus that I need to see.
Let's go to Matt.
Avery, I just want to see, what was your message to the team after the game? What did you say to them in the locker room?
Told them, first of all, I'm always proud to be their coach. I'm never in a situation when we lost a couple early in SEC play. Look, I'm proud to be your coach. So happy to be here. I think we can play better. I think we're a little bit better than what we showed today. But what are you going to do about it? Let's get back to the drawing board. Let's get back to watching video, paying attention to some small things, making extra pass, big setting screens and rolling. Hopefully they won't hold us up on the roll. But yeah, I'm just always proud of my guys. There was no screaming and going crazy in the locker room after this game. I'm pretty even temperature with our guys for the most part. But yes, am I disappointed about certain things that happened in the game and some of the decisions we made? Yes. But I'm always kind of pointing at myself first. These are kids. They're on scholarship. All right? We as the coaches, we're 1,000% responsible for everything that goes on.
Far left, Ken.
Weird start to the second half. Ware gets a technical foul, which carries him over to the fourth technical, and then not long after that, you picked one up. Did you earn that one, and what kind of impact did that little sequence have?
Before I answer that question, my daughter's visiting from the East Coast, and she speaks Mandarin Chinese. we talked about how we did not want to make a certain pass to start the first play of the second half. We made that pass. I think it's because I was talking Chinese and not English. So I got to do a better job of brushing up on my English, number one. Because when we get in trouble in the first couple of plays of the second half, we're not a very good team. Were you asking me about my technical?
Yes. Was it in
Is that my
English?
first technical
Was
this
it
year?
in English? I mean, just,
No, my technical was in Mandarin for sure. Yeah. But we'll move on. I don't want to say no comment. I got the technical. I deserved it. I don't want to say, because I got a technical, no comment. I'm giving you a comment on it. I deserved it. Okay?
Let's go on the far right, Ray.
Coach, what are the NBA type things you've taught your kids on impacting the game on the floor? What are some of the nuances you've told them about?
Well, I just think more than anything, college is a pick and roll league as much as the professional level. So I just think for us, really good defensive teams in the league, they have 4 and 5 or 6 different coverages that they can utilize to attack pick and rolls. So that's one of the nuances that we've worked on and become pretty good at overall. Spacing on the floor offensively is a nuance that we talk a lot about, and when the floor is not spaced properly, it kind of drives me crazy. So those are 2 off the top of my head, and just making sure we throw on target passes. Sometimes when guys are open, they think because they throw a pass, it's a good pass, but it's not always a good pass. So those are 3 right there.
Go 2 more questions, starting with Tyler on the right.
Coach, you mentioned a couple players who maybe needed to get some more looks. I was wondering, first of all, if Jimmy Taylor was one of those players?
Well, yes, in certain situations. I think Jimmy's open a little bit more on the rolls and he's not getting the ball, so we'll watch it on film. Justin's coming off a game where he 20 points, and we like him when he takes shots, and just need to make sure he's consistently aggressive to score along with Riley.
Okay, just to follow that up, what did you think of Taylor's performance today overall? There were a couple moments in the second half where he got some rebounds, made some shots.
Yeah, I just think we needed more rebounds from he and Bo Dante. But more than anything, when I look on a stat sheet and, those guys have only 2 blocks between them, it's not a good night for us. Normally if they got 5+ blocks, I think we're pretty good in the conference in terms of block shots. I think we're in the upper tier of it. I don't think we're in the bottom tier. So those guys need to have about 5 to 7 blocks between them. That lets me know they're doing a good job of being our last line of defense.
Okay, last question, we'll go to Matt.
Avery, throughout the year, I think you guys have done a really good job in terms of limiting, to a certain degree, an opposing team's top player. I mean, with Gavin Ware, what makes him so tough just to contain him down low?
He's a big body, obviously, great at sealing. They do a great job of getting him the ball on his spot. We came in trying to address some of their plays that we knew they were going to run, and they still got 2 or 3 of them at critical points in junctures in the game. So he does a good job of sealing. He does a good job of holding his position. We did a little bit better job on him overall today compared to game 1 at Mississippi State. But he had a couple of baskets there late in the game that hurt us.
All right, thank you guys,
Okay.
appreciate it.
All right.